Yes, people, welcome back to my channel. And yeah, it is over. It is over. It just seems like Messi returned to Barca. It wasn't meant to be. That's the reality. With me, we're going to be talking about Messi interview. Obviously, Messi has given an interview to, well, Barcelona media, Mundodeportivo and Sport. Basically, the words that break a lot of Barcelona fans. I'm not going back to Barca. I'm going to Inter Miami. So yeah, we're going to be talking about just key points of Messi interview and giving our thoughts why Messi decided to go to Inter Miami and not return to Barcelona. And of course, with me, I've got my man, as usually, my special guest, Dhaliwal. How are you?
Good. I mean, I wanted Messi to return to Barca. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to stay in Europe, but yeah, like it maybe wasn't meant to be. Maybe this return was all a ploy. We thought this was gonna happen, but we'll diverse more into that this stream. But guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna be streaming for at least probably, and well, we'll see how long this goes. There'll be a lot of things to discuss. Like there'll be loads of things here to discuss.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, big up to everyone in the chat. People, make sure you support the channel. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Basically, this is a special live stream just about Messi. Messi interview to Mundodeportivo and also Sport by Barcelona media. Let me just quickly go in the chat, quickly, just before we start. Obviously, I will be bringing the key points of Messi interview, and then we're gonna give our thoughts, right? And also, I want you guys to smash the poll. Let me know if Messi has made the right decision. If you think he has made the right decision, yes or no. Let me just quickly go through. Someone that still says still crying. We all still crying, that's for sure. Even as a neutral fan, there's a lot of people out there that I could tell they was upset. I really want to see Messi because it only makes sense Messi to come back home for the very last dance. But you never know. We're gonna be talking about Messi contract because obviously Messi can leave after every season, and also he can leave for free. But I mean, look, Messi's 35, nearly 36, so I just don't think he just doesn't. It doesn't feel like he's meant to be. He's coming back home. I don't know. Look, let's see. Messi should have come back home, definitely 100%. Why Inter Miami? Why Leo? That is the question that we ask. We all ask, why Leo? Why Messi? Vamos to Blue Podcast. Pick up to you, my brother. Decision. I mean, do you know what? I'm going to be honest. Before I start, right? As a neutral fan, I think Messi has made the right decision. As a Barca fan, of course not, because of course, as a Barca fan, I would love to see. I want Messi to retire Barca. I don't want it was enough upset when Messi left in the first place. So I do get, if you're not a Barca fan, and also if you're not a Messi fan as well, you will always think, even if Messi went to Saudi Arabia, you would think that it was a good decision. But look, it's what it is, and that was you just before we come in live. I do strongly believe, and you know what? I couldn't agree with you anymore. I just think Messi, do you know what? Messi's 35, nearly 36. I think even if Messi was 55 right now, he still can't play a high level. Messi, just by Messi being on a pitch, he can always play a high level for me. Traveled in, big up to you, my brother. Says, I'm so shocked. I think we all are. And Alex, big up, my brother, big up. And he says, we love you, Football Ferreira. We do love you, Ferreira. We do. Oh, Ferreira, we love you. Big up to you, my brother. Love you too. And I hope you're doing well, my man. Stefan G, vamos, vamos, brother, vamos. Hope you're doing well as well. Vamos, vamos, everyone, vamos, 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 vamos. Oh, I've got a super chat in here for $1 from my brother. MAA. Oh, la la, my brother. Big up to you. Really appreciate the super chat. I can't even see if that's a super chat or super sticker. Super chat. Big up to you, my brother. Ferreira, my God. Big up. Vamos, 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 my brother. Future. Morata to Barça in here.
Yes, please.
No, please, no. Messi's still a top 3 player. Messi will always be the best. Ferreira, that Messi's finish. Don't say that. But yeah, really appreciate hearing a super chat from my brother Future. Hope you're doing well.
Do you mean right now? The comment he just did top 3. Are we basing it right now or in like the legacy wise? Because if it's right now, no. But if it's like
Messi will always be in the top 3, my brother. Always. So yeah, my brother, let's start with Vichy. That was one of the main things on Messi interview, right? There was a lot of rumors, as Messi actually mentioned on this interview. He said there was a lot of lies from a lot of media out there, even basically, right, without mentioning Gerard Romero's name. Also, Fabrizio Romano, who knows? Because obviously, Messi did not mention Fabrizio Romano or Gerard Romero, but he said that, it was a lot of lies out there from the media. So basically, he said, Barcelona sent me an offer, but they never sent me an official offer, sign writing offer. Basically, this is what Messi wants, because on an interview, Messi said back in 2021 when he left Barca, right? He just did not want to happen the same thing that happened in 2021. And you know what? Obviously, I can't blame Messi, right? We knew that Barcelona messed up, right? People say that if Messi really loves Barcelona, he would play for free. It's not as easy as people think. You think he's just like the kind of like a player like Messi, right? He will just bring so much marketing, right? People think it's just so easy for Messi to play for free, but it's not. But yeah, what was your thoughts about Messi saying this after obviously the media saying, Barcelona? Obviously, Barcelona got the green light. Barcelona couldn't do anything without getting a green light from La Liga. But then, even before Barcelona got the green light from La Liga, according to the media, Barcelona was already offered Messi. Whatever Barcelona was offered Messi, right? And clearly Messi said this. What was your thoughts about all this, Barca never offered Messi, Barca offered Messi.
I mean, the day we found out he bought 15 suitcases, we thought, okay, clearly an offer's been done. Surely an offer has to come now. I mean, I always thought Barca was going to struggle to get this deal done. It was going to be a hard deal to get done. It was always going to be complex, and Barca had other financial issues going on. They had to do a lot of stuff, and look, I thought they had. I mean, a lot of reports some mixed. There are reports of Barca's done. There are reports of not done. There are reports of they're in the process. I always believe it was not done because I always thought, Barca had to fix their financial first. And the question was Messi able to wait that long? That was the main $1 million question. Would he be willing to wait at least like 4 weeks at minimum, like to get out?
And that was one of the reasons why Messi he basically didn't want to wait, because he didn't want to happen the same thing that happened in 2021, right? Obviously, Messi had the drama of leaving Barcelona, the club of his life. Messi never thought, even I, like me, as a Barca fan, you as a neutral fan, going back to 3 years ago, did you ever thought Messi would leave Barcelona? No, right?
No.
We never thought Messi would going to leave Barcelona. And then obviously Messi wants Barcelona to decide, basically he wanted to decide his future quick as he, quick as possible. Before he even said on this interview, and he said that I just had to decide before I go into, with Argentina, he's going to play 2 friendlies now. Before I go on a holiday, I just did not want to have the same drama that what happened to me in 2021. And you know what? You cannot blame Messi for that, right? Yes, I mean, as Barca fans, we upset. We want Messi to come back. I've seen so many people out there that saying, a lot of Barca fans, calling Messi so many names that I'm not even going to mention in here, just because Messi did not come back. But then
you expect him to wait 4 weeks. That's at minimum, It could be longer, that going.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Who would guarantee that Barcelona will be able to, sign Messi in 4 weeks' time?
Yeah. And look, I'll say one more before we continue. I always said Messi wasn't going to Barca. I mean, I said 50% chance, but I always knew Messi was going. I said Messi was in Saudi Arabia, but I never had it. If I had to bet, if this was another stream, I would say no to Barca. I don't think he goes Barca. Like, this was I'll say again, it was a hard deal to get that name. It was always going to be hard. And like I said, these Barca fans calling him names, your club's in a financial mess. Like, what do you expect? Messi was not going to wait 4 weeks, but we continue, I guess. So.
Yeah, and in here, Messi says, I'm not sure if Barca did everything possible to make it happen. Honestly, I just know that what Charlie told me. I'm sure that there's people in the club that does not want me to return, right? Just before I move into you, right, I will go in a live chat as well, but let me just quickly say this, right? Clearly, Messi and Piqué have fell out, right? Because Piqué retired from Barca. You never saw Messi posting anything on social media, right, about Piqué. Jordi Alba retired. Busquets retired. They left Barcelona. You saw Messi. Messi posted something about Jordi Alba, Busquets, but he never did with Piqué. And I remember when Messi left Barca, right? Since Messi left Barca, when he joined Paris Saint-Germain, I can't remember once that Messi mentioned Piqué's name, and also by Messi winning the World Cup as well. You never really heard Piqué say anything about Messi. You just basically didn't hear anything about Piqué, right? We don't really know what happened behind skins, but but Piqué was one of them. Basically, was a snake, right? And there was a lot. I'm not going to mention names, but at least obviously this is all what we hear from the media. There's still about 4 or 5 players in this Barcelona squads that does not want Messi to return to Barca. They don't think that would be any benefits to Barcelona as a club and in a changing room, right? So what is your thoughts on this? Messi basically saying,
I mean, I thought Barca wanted Messi to return. I think most of Barca wanted. I think I'd say 60% of Barca wanted to return. There were some which didn't want to return, and we've seen that situation before. We've seen that with Ronaldo. Look how that turned out. It could, I don't know. It could either be a blessing in disguise, Messi. Like, this does not mean the end of Barca. This doesn't mean Barca finished. Messi happening. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm shocked. I thought a lot of players did not want. Well, a little bit of the players did not want Messi returning, and that probably would have caused dressing room issues. Probably, most likely, dressing room issues, and we've seen how those play out. The manager gets sacked. That's what happens usually, and the problem continues. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because this dressing room issue is annoying, because like I said, the winner is always the players. The manager always gets sacked with this dressing room issue. So, yeah, I think what it caused dressing room issues then. Clearly, the way Messi was talking here.
I don't think Messi would ask, but if Messi would have come back to Barca, it means that he would have been the captain, and also number 10 would have gone back to Messi. And then obviously that could have caused issue in a dressing room. But look, because I've put this one up right now, I'm going to move into one right now where Messi basically says, you know, he just did not want players to lock their wages, playing to leave Barcelona, Barcelona to sell players just because of him, right? That shows how humble is Lionel Messi. But he Stefan says yes, and he says Mbappe and Haaland are better.
Vinicius, I think Vinicius and Benzema up there.
Um, and then Alex says Gerard Romero, and he says
I
Danny
was wrong.
Ferreira. Okay, big up to you, brother.
I got-
And he says Gerard Romero brought me a Lamborghini Ferreira. You wish, my brother. You wish. You
Gerard
wish. You wish.
Moreno, maybe he was wrong about the situation. I don't know. He was clearly wrong because he said 90% chance. Well, that means it would have happened.
The thing is with Gerard Romero, obviously, you can tell he does get a lot of information from, Barcelona players, even from Laporte as well. But Messi said, this is the one, right? Messi says, I heard that they had to sell players, lower the salary of players. And the truth is that I didn't want that. I didn't want any player to leave or reduce their salary just because of him, basically. Messi just did not want to go through all this drama, right? Barcelona have to sell players, Barcelona have to sell 2 or 3 players in 2 days. Players have to lower their wages. So basically, this is what Messi didn't want to go through. The same, he just didn't want to go through in 2021. Like, he wasn't sure what was going to happen. Was he going to renew his contract now? And then Barcelona wasn't able to, renew his contract. So, of this with Messi, that Messi saying, obviously, he didn't want any players to lower, their wages. He didn't want basically Barcelona players that didn't want to leave the club, right? Because according to the media, there's players like Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, who does not want to leave the club, right? They don't want to leave the club, but then obviously the media keeps, bringing out, Barcelona will be selling these players to making money, right? And they would be able to sign Messi. So what was your thoughts on this from Lionel Messi?
It shows Messi's love for Barcelona, clearly. He shows he wants Barca players to have a future. He doesn't want it all about him. He wants it all about the future, about Barcelona. And I think this quoting just shows he's a humble person. He wants Barca to succeed, even without him there. He wants Barca to succeed. He doesn't want he's an unselfish player, you can tell here, and this shows he loves Barca at the same time as well. Not because he wants to. Listen, let's be honest. He wanted to go Barca. Like, let's not deny that. He wanted to go, but at the same time, he's like, I don't want players to just he just doesn't want players to suffer and lose their wages because of him. Like, that's clearly the message here. Message trying to show. And the Barca fans that are just slaying him, it's like, this message just shows everything. Literally, that defines this whole situation. Like, this message just says a whole situation, what happened in this so far. Like, players don't want to, Messi doesn't want players to reduce their salary. And yeah, so overall, this just shows his love and for Barca.
Yeah, and he did actually mention as well on this interview, and he said that he was full in Barcelona. He was watching, pretty much every game. He was so happy the fact that Barcelona won La Liga. He was in touch with Xavi as well, because obviously they played together for so long. They was very good friends as well, and they're still good friends. But yeah, that just shows how humble is Lionel Messi. And in here with the money, right? We actually made, I think it was 2 videos. Like, we thought, if Messi return to Barca is not possible, we thought, he might be just going to take, the biggest payoff of his career. Like, that big money, apparently it was about, 1 billion from Al Hilal and going to Saudi Arabia, right? Obviously, Messi surprised us in here, going to Inter Miami. But Messi says money, never been an issue with me. We didn't even discuss to contract with Barcelona, but that right offer never arrived to me. If I want money, I would go to Saudi Arabia. And clearly, all Messi wants was the writing offer from Barcelona to arrive. Yeah, in the next basically few days. But we're talking about 3-4 days ago, right? just before Messi gave this interview. So yeah, Messi clearly, if he want the money, he would go to Saudi Arabia. But then he's still gonna get, you know, a lot of money, because I don't know if you heard about Messi contract with Inter Miami. You know, he's just crazy. But this in here, right? I think this is the point where this was the reason why he not renew with Paris Saint-Germain, right? Basically, after Messi won the World Cup, the only trophy, the only thing, the biggest dream of Messi career was like basically Messi. This is how Messi feels right now. I have achieved everything. My biggest dream I've just achieved. I've achieved everything, because he was going, and you know, everything was planned for him to renew with Paris Saint-Germain, right? He won the World Cup, changed his mind, and then obviously, do you think if Messi? I'm guarantee you right now, if Messi wouldn't have won the World Cup, Messi would still have stayed in European football. He would still have probably renewed with Paris Saint-Germain, or just wait for Barca to renew with Barca. But this is what people, you cannot blame Messi. Look, Messi's 35, nearly 36. He wants to basically have a break from all the focus around high level football, in a European football, and winning the World Cup was just basically, basically it's like Messi, I don't care anymore. That's what basically Messi saying to everyone now. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care I don't care whatever whatever the media gonna say, just because, I've done it. I've done everything. So yeah, clearly, what is your thoughts about Messi? Obviously, winning the World Cup had a huge impact on him not to stay in European football anymore. Also, not to renew with Paris Saint-Germain. Basically, not to give a share about what everyone thinks anymore. He has done it. Messi
Yeah.
has conquered football. Messi has complete football. So basically, like Messi said on this interview, I'm gonna spend more time with my family. It's just gonna be different, right? We're still gonna follow Messi. All the media's still gonna be out there. But it's not the same playing week in, week out, playing twice a week at a high level. Having that pressure to win champion leagues every season, having that pressure of being Messi. Like, you must score every game. You must score a free kick every game. You must assist every game. You need to win the Champions League every game. You know what I mean? So what is your thoughts about, obviously Messi winning the World Cup? It had a huge impact at the end of his career.
I mean, he did complete football in the end. I mean, once he completed football, um, I don't. I think. Look, I still stand by. I don't think he's finished at the high level yet, but he's completed football now. Like, when you blame him, like, he's won the World Cup, he's done everything possible. What can he say? I mean, he's just. There's nothing to say bad about Messi. It's just he wants to spend time with his family, and he's won everything possible. And that's why after the World Cup, rumors started coming out he didn't want to sign a new deal. And I'm glad he chose Saudi. By the way, I'm very glad he chose Saudi. Just a good place,
Yeah, but let me just quickly go in here in a live chat. Rukugi, big up to you. I haven't seen you for ages. Says which he joy Al Hilal instead could have continued with in Saudi. Yeah, with the battle. I always call the battle with Cristiano Ronaldo. Don't understand why people say Saudi Arabia is running football. Saudi Arabia wants to develop and promote football in their country. They've got money. Players will accept the contract. I mean, yeah, you can't blame them. They got the money. I'm not sure how old are you. I'm not sure if you remember going back a few years back. Saudi Arabia is doing exactly what China was doing. China, a few years back, was doing this. They was just basically attracting everyone with money, but there was also attracting young players. And here, Saudi Arabia clearly, as you just mentioned in here, right? They want to see, they want to develop their country. So they're trying to bring in these players basically at the end of their career, right? Big names like obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, like Benzema just went, Kante is going as well. So yeah, you do understand, but then as a neutral fan, right? As a football fan, we used to, say in European football, the best football in the world, the biggest clubs in the world, right? It feels like Messi going to Saudi Arabia, Cristiano Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia. It just doesn't feel the same. And he's in a country with a different culture as well. He's hard, he's hard. But then, Cristiano Ronaldo said he had an interview as well. I think it was 2 days ago. On the same day as Messi had an interview, and Cristiano Ronaldo said, he said again, he said it a few times, and Cristiano Ronaldo said that I do strongly believe, Saudi Arabia in with time in a few years will be one of the best leagues in the world. I mean, if they keep going the way they are, because they will attract a lot of young players as well. They already got a lot of young players out there, and they will attract a lot more players. If they got the money, you cannot blend. I always say money is not everything in life, but then when you see what Cristiano Ronaldo gain, what Benzema contra Messi as well could have go as well. I mean, he's just crazy. That will settle you and your next 5, 10 generations of your family. It's always even way. Ronaldo joined the league was star of something, lots more players to
Yeah.
follow. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, my way. I absolutely agree with you, and I strongly believe he will for sure. Right, so Messi, I am at a moment, basically what we were just saying, obviously, him winning the World Cup has changed. Basically, it was something inside of Messi was very heavy. His shoulders was heavy. Winning that World Cup, that just, Messi just doesn't care anymore. I'm at a moment where I can't, I want to get out of focus, right, a bit and think more about my family. I spent 2 years in which it was so bad. I was so bad at family level that I did not enjoy it. And you could tell the time he was at Paris Saint-Germain. First season wasn't good, right? You could tell that, that wasn't Messi. Second season, he actually mentioned and he said that the first 6 months was really good. And it was, at the start of the season, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, they was on fire. They was absolutely on fire, you know? They was breaking records after records, but then World Cup happened. Obviously, World Cup messed everything. But then World Cup happened. Then after the World Cup, that's it. It was all over. Messi didn't want to renew with Paris Saint-Germain. You could tell it was not the same. And it doesn't matter. You could always tell Messi wasn't enjoying his football. He wasn't enjoying his lifestyle with Paris Saint-Germain, right? Could you
Yeah.
feel that, as a neutral fan, we watched Paris Saint-Germain quite a few times. Obviously a lot of people follow Paris Saint-Germain just because of Messi. Otherwise, no one would have followed Paris Saint-Germain. But then you could tell Messi was never the same. Was never the same. Messi from Barcelona, Messi when he played for Argentina, he just doesn't seem to have the same passion. Messi was just didn't seem like he was trying enough with Paris Saint-Germain. So yeah, what was your thoughts about Messi 2 years with Paris Saint-Germain?
He didn't try. I mean, second season was much better than the first. But not much. I mean, it wasn't much stats season. Stats wise, it was much better. But if you watch their games, he's the only one this season. Last season, he was actually doing something. But I think near the end of the PSG career, I would say he did not care. Like the fans were booing him. He did not care. Like he wasn't even fussed. Like he was like, okay, you can boo me. That plastic club is just finished. And look, it's what it is. Like Messi did not care about PSG, especially near the end. Mostly near the end, just because of the fact that they were booing him for no reason. The fact that he was booed for no reason, that I don't know why. And yeah, I think he just didn't try at PSG. He didn't work out. That move didn't make sense at the start. That move did not work.
Yeah, true. Absolutely agree. Let me just quickly go in a live chat with Rukugan here says, I'm from Indian. The possibility of Ronaldo coming in here from IFC will be
Oh,
crazy. I don't think. I don't know. You never know. Like football, anything can happen. Nowadays, is money, 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 money. So you wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised, my man. Offside football says Messi didn't really want to go back to Barca. He only cared about money. What is your thoughts about this comment?
He only cared about money. First of all, it's your opinion. I'm not going to dispute that. But first of all, Messi even said in quotations, just what if you've been watching the stream, he doesn't. If he chose money, he would have probably gone to Saudi Arabia. If he wanted money, he could easily gone to Saudi Arabia. He would have been earning 100 million, a billion. He would have earned much. If he wanted money, he would have went to Saudi. The only reason he didn't want Barca is because he loved the club and he didn't want wages to go down. Second of all, Barca did not put offer in clearly, and we thought they did, but they didn't. So I don't think he chose money. He doesn't care about money. He wanted Barca. Like that's the thing. He did want Barca. It's not like he didn't want. It was hard for Barca to get the deal done. Messi couldn't wait 4 weeks for this deal to get done. So yeah, I disagree with this totally. Yeah, I think he doesn't care about money.
This is what I was saying. I've seen a lot of people on social media basically saying, Messi did not want to return to Barca. All he cared was money. But then clearly, Barcelona never gave Messi that contract that Messi want to. Basically, a written contract. There you go, pen and paper, green light from La Liga. There you go, Messi. You can now join. You can come Barca, and there you go. You can sign now. So we're always gonna have a different opinion. It's part of the game. It's part of being a football fan. For first time in 21 years, neither Messi or Ronaldo will be playing here in Europe. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of an era. That's the end of the greatest era of all time. That's for sure. But yeah, like I said, we're all gonna have a different opinion. But Messi, right? On this interview, Messi says, obviously, let me just quickly go in here. Let me bring this up in here, as you guys can see. Obviously, Messi, I missed Barcelona in the last 2 years. As we just mentioned, he's live with Paris Saint-Germain. I love Barcelona. It will always be my home, of course. And he actually said on this interview as well that he wants to he has a house in Barcelona, so he wants to live in Barcelona again. And I would like to one day have basically what Jordi Alba had, Busquets, Iniesta, and Xavi, right? That very well that Messi deserves, right? The greatest footballer, not just the greatest footballer of the game of all time, but the greatest to ever, play for Barcelona. Of course, he deserves, and he well deserves. Do you think this will happen? Do you think the club will? Of course, he deserves, but do you ever think that with what happened to Messi in 2021, the way he left Barca, right now, the way obviously the media saying, Messi's review, he could have returned to Barca, but then he didn't. Do you think this will ever happen?
No. Sadly, to break all the fans. To break all the fans' hearts. Messi to Barcelona will never happen. Not right, I mean, anything can happen, but I don't see it anymore. I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe he comes to the stadium one day and does a farewell, but doesn't play for Barca anymore. I think this was the best opportunity to get him in. And look, sorry to break it, but no more Messi to Barca return. I don't think it's happening ever again. Unless he comes to the stadium and does a farewell like that. The only way he does a farewell is he comes to the stadium. But the only way, I don't think he's going to play for Barca ever again in terms of playing.
Do you know what? I don't know if this will ever happen, but obviously he deserves, of course. Somehow this has to happen, right? Will it happen? That's the question. I don't know. Do you know what? I've seen so many things in life. I just don't know. I just don't know what to say about this anymore. Will it happen? I don't know. Should it happen? Of course. Does it have to happen? Yes. Somehow, Barcelona has to make possible. This needs to happen. Messi deserves more than anyone else. The greatest to ever play. Not just a game, like I said, for his club as well. So let me just quickly go in a live chat. From coming to Indian, I mean, if Al Nassr draws with Mumbai FC, but I mean, Champion League, Africa Champion League, yeah, it's a competition for Asia clubs for which Al Nassr qualify.
Oh,
Yes, that is right, my brother. It makes sense now, but you know, he, he was so much saying about this interview. Was so much
Monday.
saying just
Yeah.
before the interview. What? Do you want to say anything?
I mean, it's mad because on Monday, right, there were so many reports coming out. Done, close, almost done, negotiations advancing. Tuesday, nothing really happened. There was really nothing happened except maybe some few updates. Then the weird one yesterday was the one I did not expect. I thought maybe a bit of an update, not as here we go yet, but I thought it would be a bit of a we learn a bit more about the situation, but not here we go. I did not expect to here we go yesterday. I thought it was maybe a little update, but Monday reports were like it's done. Surely, I thought it was done on Monday. I mean, there were reports. I didn't believe them, but there were like 5, 6 reports saying it. Then Wednesday comes and it's like that was all fake. Wednesday was the killer. So yeah, it was a weird one to be honest. Monday was meant to be done, and then Wednesday just killed it. I don't know what it was though. I know what it was.
Yeah, let me just quickly bring this up.
Sorry.
Obviously, the summer of Messi's review, obviously, he always said he wanted to come back to Barcelona. He wasn't very happy at Paris Saint-Germain. We knew that. He had offers from Europe, but he only wanted Barca, right? And this is one of the things he also said that, you know, he just did not want basically to play against Barcelona. He just did not want to be in Europe for one more in case he faced Barca. He didn't want any player to leave or reduce the salary just because of him. We knew that Barca could not give any guarantees, and that was the truth, and that was facts that Barca could not give him any guarantees, right? That was he on Monday that Messi dads had a meeting with Laporta? I think it was Monday. I can't remember now. It's
Yeah.
just so much went on, right? I think it was on Monday, right? It was on Monday that George Messi dads had an interview with Laporta, right? So and still, Barcelona could not guarantee they would be able to sign Messi. They would be able to sell players and bring Messi in. And Messi clearly didn't want that. Messi did not want Barcelona to just sign players and to sell players and players to lower their wages just to get Messi back, right? He won peace. That's why he decided to join Inter Miami early, right? That's why, if for Messi, as you've mentioned, you say Messi clearly can still play a high level. For me,
Yeah.
Messi will always be able to play a higher level. In my head, I will always think that Messi can always play a high level. Even if Messi's 45, 55, I will always think that Messi can play a high level. Even if he goes and walk in a pitch, just by walking in a pitch, just by being in a pitch, yeah, Messi still can play a high level for the next 10 years, right? All he needs is a free kick, get a ball on his feet, that's it. He's just going to open, he's just going to give you the assist of your life. And going back with the summary, he feared the same thing as we mentioned as well in 2021 would happen again. He want to have a proper Pharaoh. We just mentioned that as well. He want to return one day. Will that be possible? I think Barcelona somehow need to make this happen, right? But look, Messi return to Barca. It was just not meant to be. That's how I feel right now. Messi return to Barca. It just doesn't seems to be. Will it
Mhm.
ever happen, my brother? You tell me. Do you think
No, no,
will it ever
no, no,
happen?
no. Unless, you know, unless like as Roku says, maybe a farewell. If he wants to do a farewell, just schedule a friendly of Barcelona maybe that's his chance potentially. That's the only way I can see him doing it. But yeah, sadly to break the hearts. No, it's not gonna happen. I don't think, unless they do some friendly. I don't know.
Do you know, it's hard to say. I just don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
I just don't think it will happen. Right, let me just quickly go in here in a live chat.
Yeah.
If he wants, if Ferreira, just schedule a friendly of Barça and Inter Miami.
That's possible. But
Yeah.
do I see it happening? Probably not. They're probably not going to do it until maybe next season in 2025.
Yeah, and also Messi on this interview, he mentioned about his relationship with Laporta, right, with Barcelona president, and he said that he didn't really spoke to him much since he left Barca. Obviously, he was in touch with Xavi, players like Busquets, Jordi Alba, we knew. But yeah, the relationship since Messi left Barca, the relationship between Barca and Messi hasn't been great. And obviously, Messi even on this interview mentioned, and he said that he was upset. He was still hurt seeing Barcelona paying Ferran Torres, paying 50 million, 50 million for Ferran Torres, right? And Barcelona couldn't register him in La Liga. So how does that work out? Obviously, Messi said at the beginning, yeah, he was angry. Yeah, he was hurt. He was very upset. The fact that Barcelona went and buy Ferran Torres for 50 million, right? And couldn't manage to get Messi to renew his contract. So what do you make of this? Obviously, you would be angry as well.
I mean, look, Rakugu, it's your opinion, but like you got to think from a player perspective. We're not the player. Like you're telling me, Messi. Look, I don't think Messi. It's hard to wait 4 weeks for a transfer, like a month basically. A month is quite hard to wait for a transfer. You want to get the transfer done, get settled in. It's quite hard to settle in because you want to get it done, and I can understand Messi's point of view where like, I can't wait. Like he can't wait for Barca for 4 months, like a month. Like I understand Messi's perspective. So yeah, I mean, I do understand this, but then again, you got to look from players' perspective. It's like, can you wait 4 weeks for a transfer? Probably not. It's quite hard, man. You have to just.
Yeah, but then we've mentioned this already on this stream. Last time that Messi wait for Barcelona to renew his contract, what did it happen?
Oh wait, wasn't it? Oh yeah, they didn't. It wasn't happening. He left. Yeah.
So Messi last time wait for Barca to renew his contract. He
They
thought
didn't renew
everything
it.
was done. He was going to renew
Oh
his
yeah,
contract.
they didn't renew it, did they?
He couldn't do it, right?
Yeah, they didn't renew it.
Through the COVID, whatever happened through the COVID, a lot of clubs lost so much money due to the COVID, yeah. And then what did it happen? So basically, when people say, look, I'm gonna say this as I said at the beginning of this live stream, right? As a Barca fan, yeah, I think Messi should have waited. Messi should have returned to Barcelona. Messi should have never joined Inter Miami. Been like deep down, as a neutral fan, you're right, seeing deep down, thinking what happened to Messi before. You cannot blame Messi. You cannot blame Messi for not waiting for Barcelona. I'm not sure Barca even really want Messi back. In press, of course, Xavi will say positive stuff, but behind, not quite sure. My brother,
Maybe that's the
like in
truth.
front of the cameras, right? In front of the
Maybe.
cameras, it's like, you got a friend, in front of you, he's going to say a lot of good things, yeah? But behind you, you don't know what they're saying behind you, exactly. So, yeah. If both Barca and Messi want each other, he couldn't have played for free like Piqué did at the end. He said so himself money wasn't the problem. Yes, the money wasn't a problem, but you have to think, right? It's not as easy as people think. Do you think he's just playing for free? Yeah, it's not how it works.
Yeah.
Just
Transfer.
imagine all the money that Messi will generate, yeah, in terms of market and stuff, right? A player that is playing for free. How are they going to prove all that money to? How are they going to prove all that money to La Liga? Look, I'm bad with this. I do not understand any kind of like market, like wages and stuff. But how would Barcelona, how would Messi play for free without basically a contract, or even with a contract with zero, not wages, right? And then all the markets, yeah, all the market that Messi would have bring in, that money would gone where? Someone tried to explain to me how this works, because to be honest, I'm not good at this. But yeah, look, people, all I have to say, we went through, basically the key points of Messi interview that basically break a lot of Barcelona hearts, right? He did break mine as well. But look, he's what it is. I would never stop supporting Barcelona. I would never stop supporting Messi. And all I have to say is to Messi, thank you for everything, Leo. Always, vamos, gracias. Gracias por todo. Gracias, Messi. Messi has gave so much, right? Not just to my club, to Barcelona, not what he did to Argentina. I mean, as a neutral fan as well, Messi has gave everyone so much joy to watch, the greatest of all time. I don't think we will ever see a play again. Not probably not in our lifetime. In the next life, who knows? But I don't think we'll ever see a better player than Messi, and also Cristiano Ronaldo as well. I mean, these two guys is the end of the end of the greatest era we've seen in European football. That I don't think we're gonna have two guys like this as well. Like I said, in my lifetime, in our lifetime, I just don't think we're gonna see, you know, these two what they have done. I mean, they was at a high level for so long.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think what these two guys have done to football. But yeah, my brother, thank you for coming along. Sadly, yes, Messi is not coming back home. We all want, it doesn't matter if you support Barcelona, as a neutral fan as well, you all want to see the last dance. You want to see Messi come back home, but it was not possible. Will that happen one day? We don't know, people. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So yeah, that was the words Messi break. Hello, Barcelona fans. I'm not going back to Barça. I'm going to Inter Miami. So yeah, what is your thoughts now? Just before you go, my brother, Messi in Miami Beach, right?
I mean,
what life do you want more? But by the way, Messi has a house in there already. A few years back, Messi bought a house in there. He usually goes in there to have some holiday. Usually, when he has a break, he does goes in there, and yeah, he's just gonna enjoy life. I don't know much about Miami. I've never been in there, but from what you hear and you see it looks like it's nice, sunny. It's the place that everyone wants to be. Everyone wants to, party and enjoy the weather. So yeah, my brother, Inter Miami, MLS, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for us. Will you stay up to watch Messi? Is Messi worth?
no, it's too late. Listen, I do want to stay up, but it's too late. Hey, listen, no, I mean, last rivalry. I mean, it was gonna be longer. This is the thing. We're assuming this is all simple in waiting, but it's actually quite hard because it's like waiting is quite hard because you want to get the done deal. A month was gonna be. So we don't know how Messi feels. That's the problem. Like, we're just assuming. We're not seeing Messi stats in this. So yeah. But yeah, I wish it was happening. He stayed, and then that would have been the last dance. But then the last dance happened 5-4 PSG, wasn't it? So at least we saw a
Yeah.
last match. At least we saw.
I'm sure we will watch a few games. Messi smashing. They're bottom of the table now. There's it's two sides, right? There's a conference. I think South, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, because you do play, then you play the playoffs as well. I mean, it's weird how it works, but instead of just having all in just one league like we have in European football, they have two split leagues and stuff. But at the minute, they are bottom of the table, right?
Messi will save them.
And they just gone through as well.
Oh,
the USA Open Cup, something like that.
Yeah, listen,
I
guys.
think they're in the semi-final now.
We don't know this league, guys. We don't know this league very well because I never thought he was going into Miami out of all the choices he had. I never thought he was going here. Not gonna lie. I thought he was going Barca or Saudi. Oh, Rakugu. Oh no.
They don't even have
Oh
stadium
no.
capacity of 20K. My brother, they're gonna have to buy half of the camp now, right? They're gonna have to buy half of the camp now to take to America. So then, we all can go in there and watch Messi play. But I said that was everything from this stream. Rukugi, big up to you, my brother, and everyone. Big up to the super chat in here from my brother. I Future, big up to you, my brother. Really appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for the super chat. And he says they don't have regulator promotion. Inter Miami saved. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird how this league works. It's very, very weird. So let's see what Messi gonna do now. I know Messi will bang a few goals. We will see a few good moments of
We'll
Messi.
watch highlights. We'll watch highlights because it's too late.
We will watch highlights sometimes on Sunday as well. Because I used to watch back, a few years back. I used to watch MLS quite a lot. But then on Sunday, usually there's some games like maybe around 8, 9 o'clock European time. Obviously, if Barcelona is not playing, we're gonna try and stream one of the Inter Miami. Till then, let's see what's gonna happen. But yeah, look, big up to every single one of you. Thank you, Dhaliwal. Big thank you for coming along. We'll be back for the big one. Champion League final.
Come on, vamos Inter.
We be back. Phil Neville could have managed Messi, but he got sacked in a way. Sacked now. Ferreira, Zala, big up to you. I say it. The stream is over.
You can watch it on
replay. Is over, my people.
You can watch it on replay, mate. Don't worry. You can go back.
Yes, definitely. And on your way out, if you haven't smashed the like on this stream, make sure you do it. And yeah, we'll be back for the big one, my brother. Are you excited for the Champions League final?
I'm supporting Inter. I'm gonna have an Inter background that day. I'm gonna have a full blue shirt that day. Come on, I can't have Man City doing the treble, man. That's gonna be the worst. I want Inter. Come on, I'm excited for that game. I'm excited. I'm actually hyped. I mean, if it's not your own team, you're hyped. So yeah, but if it's your own team, I feel stressed for you. But like, yeah, I'm hyped for that final. To be honest, I am.
Yeah, I kind of way, definitely. And yeah, we'll be back for that Saturday night, the big one, the last one of the season, and then obviously
transfer
live streams. Not going to be many, but we keep you guys updated with the latest transfer updates, all the news about all the transfers going on. Obviously, we're going to be, giving our thoughts. We're going to be recording a few videos through the summer, all the transfers, because it's going to be a crazy one. It's definitely going to be a crazy one for sure. If City win Julian Alvarez Ballon d'Or,
yes, it should be, but he got robbed by Pep. He's been robbed. He's been absolutely robbed. But yeah, Haaland has 50 goals, so I think he has to win it if they do the treble. He has to.
I don't even think that. Sorry, pardon me. I don't even think Julian Alvarez is going to play against Inter. I just don't know what is wrong with Guardiola. I just don't know what is wrong with Guardiola.
Together, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless you all. Have a good night, and I will see you all very soon. Vamos.